It's time to let it flow. It's time to let it flow. Yeah, it's time to let it flow. Yeah, it's time to let it flow. It's time to let it flow. What's poppin'? Welcome to the next episode of Let It Flow. I got more Josh with me. What's good, bro?
You good, man?
Hell yeah. Yeah,
Blessed to be
for
here.
sure. Got Mike with me. What's good, bro?
What's good, bro?
Appreciate y'all coming on the show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I know it's a little bit of a drive and shit.
It was alright, as long as Mike drove.
Hell yeah. So we're drinking your liquor right here.
Yeah.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. This shit is good, bro. This is good. So which one is this? Let them know which one this is.
So this is the McCarty right here. I own it with which camera is this camera?
Yeah, either one.
I own it with my business partner Alex.
Okay.
And Boosie as well, and Steve-O. There's some cognac mixed with some apple. So if you ever had Crown apple, think of it cognac apple. You know what I'm saying? CC.
Yeah.
CACA. But it's still solid though. I think it's a little bit better though, to be honest.
I mean, I think it's smooth as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. This shit is it's impressively smooth.
Yeah.
You would think that, it being a cognac maybe a little stronger than the Crown.
No, and it kind of threw me off as well. Whenever we first talked about it, I was like, apple and cognac.
It's unheard of, right? It's different.
That's new. That's something new. And when we got the samples back during COVID, it actually was man. We was like, man, ain't no way this might go, and shit, it went. I think we dropped it. We dropped this. I want to say last year though, or maybe the beginning of this year. We did the VS, and this is the VS right here. We did the regular VS.
What flavor is that?
This is just straight cognac.
Oh, just flavor, none flavor. Yeah, we could try it for sure.
We can try everything. To be honest. Oh, we ain't put this on ice.
Oh yeah. Oh dang. Want me to put it in the freezer?
Yeah.
All right. So you got apple and you got regular. Is that the only flavors y'all got right now?
No, we have peach as well.
Peach.
So we have the VS, the regular cognac, and we have. You know what I forgot to bring?
What's that?
The bottle. You see the picture?
Oh yeah.
I forgot to bring that. Oh, I want to bring that. No Boosie. So Boosie gifted me a McCarty double XO for his 40th. I think it was 40th birthday. Is Boosie 40?
He might be older. I'd say he's older.
Well, he probably 43 now.
Something like that, 40 something.
So I think for his 40th birthday.
Yeah.
He gifted me his. It was a 40-year-old bottle. It had to be 40 then. 40-year-old bottle, right?
Yeah.
So 40-year-old bottle for his 40th birthday, and it was a band. Each, and it said, let me go to your messages. You could probably show it. You could probably show it right there in your camera if you want to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he gave me that for his 40th birthday. It's a XXO, and I was number 7 out of 50, and honestly, I never heard of it. I knew what XO was.
Right.
Never heard of XXO.
So what does XO stand for?
Oh man, XO.
Isn't it like exclusive? No.
Honestly, bro, I don't want to lie to you. XO stands for hearts and kisses. No, I'm playing. XO, I think it stands for. Honestly, I don't know. Extra old. No, it does. It just pulled up. I don't know why
Extra old. Wow.
Old, yeah.
So extra old.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, extra old XO cognacs are made only in some French word that I'm not for even attempt to say. It's a reserved. Yeah. So VSOP is old.
Okay, that's the one I knew. It's like very
VSOP
special.
is old, and then XO is reserved, but it's extra old. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So it's a step up from VSOP, basically.
Oh yeah. But I never heard of XXO. You know what I'm saying? So let's just see what that's about. I should have did this. Being a business owner with liquor, you should know all these things, right? Especially dealing with France. But
For sure.
Extra old. I swear to God, it's extra old.
Wow, that is not what I expected.
That's funny, bro.
Being that it starts with an E, you know what I'm saying?
It's extra old.
So what motivated you to want to start like a liquor company?
Man, honestly, man, like I tell people, man, you couldn't tell me 6 years ago I was going to be a business owner of any kind of liquor, right? And I look at life like an odyssey, you know. You meet people, the shit that you don't need, you just throw it away because all you're going to do is go forward. You know, that's how life is. You just go forward. You can't go backwards. What an odyssey do? They go forward, never go. The thing never go, it just go forward. You ain't going to never see it again. Just now, so what they do, they just take the pictures and then just dispose them, whatever they don't need, you know. So that's how I look at life, you know. So before that, I was equity owner of a pest control company. And sold that, made a little money. In 2018, we spoke to Mike Mills earlier. Mike Mills did a pop-up with my cousin, Jay Prince Jr., Mob Ties. And there they had a brand, they had a guy who owned, I guess he won own, he was a brand ambassador for this cognac called Monet. And, you know, when I pulled up, I was just getting back from Laredo, Texas. And I was like, man, I don't think I'm going to go. Man, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to pop up, you know. Because we did we did a pop-up back in that following year in November 2017 with Mike Mills. And so I pull up. He said, hey, man, you look pretty important. Like, you think you can give me a picture with Jay Prince? And, you know, he was like, I see people walking up to you, you know, and I just want a picture with Jay Prince holding a bottle. And my dumb ass, I'm like, okay, let me see what I can do. Not even thinking, like, Jay don't even drink, right? Let alone, he not for the take a picture of a product that he's not
endorsing.
He need that, you know. And so I asked Junior first, and he was like, man, what's wrong with you, man? You know my dad ain't gonna do that, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, dang, you right. So I went back to him, and I was like, his name is Alex, my business partner now to this day. I was like, hey, Jay not gonna take a picture with the bottle, but I can get you a picture to take with him, you know what I'm saying? And he really just wanted to know, to let the people know from France that he actually out here working and doing some things, you know. And so that was probably like December the 18th, 2018. And he called me maybe 2 weeks later. He was like, man, I remember we talked the other day, and I remember you saying that Jay, I told him he only drink wine. Jay only drink wine.
Oh, Jay only drinks wine?
Yeah. And so he was like, I remember you telling me Jay only drink wine. And so he was like, man, what if you do a wine company for him? So I was like, man, that might work. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm just driving down 45, and I'm like, man, I'm calling Baby J. I called the old man first. He didn't pick up. So I called Baby J. Baby J. He picked up. He was like, hey, I said, hey, you think your pops would do a wine? You know, have you ever tried to do anything like that? I got a guy who got connects all over France. And he was like, yeah, no, he's not going to do it because we already tried it. It did not work out. I'm like, for real? He's like, yeah, you remember the Respect? You know, he had people might not know, he had a bottle came out with Respect. There's a book.
It was a book?
Arts and Signs of Respect.
Okay.
Yeah, Arts and Signs of Respect. And he had a bottle came out with the bottle of wine that came out saying Respect on it.
Okay.
And so I guess, I don't know how they did it, but it was the wrong way, and he lost a lot of money.
Oh, the business didn't succeed.
The wine part.
The wine part. The book was selling, but the wine.
Yeah.
So what? They were two separate things.
Yeah, I guess whoever he invested with, I don't know too much about it because I wasn't a part of it.
Yeah.
But I think from what Jay told me that the lady, whoever it was, didn't know what they was doing. Nobody knew what they was doing. He just lost some money, you know. So
right.
He just didn't want to really get back into that.
It makes sense
until I met Alex, and
yeah.
I told Baby J, I'm like, all right, cool. Well, let's just try to have a sit down with him because got to try it with this guy, you know, because he actually know what he's doing and what he's saying, you know, because he does this. That's what y'all was missing. My bad. Y'all weed smoking. That's what y'all was missing though. You know, y'all didn't have nobody in the industry that actually know the industry, you know, and so he still didn't want to do it. So I knew I could convince the old man, you know,
right?
Hopefully. And so I told Alex, I kind of lied to him. I'm like, you know, the old man down, Jay's down. So let's get everything set up. I'm going to try to set up a meet with him. And we go from there. I guess, you know, a month went by, and you know, I reached back out to Baby J, and you know, one thing led to another. Hey, let's go have a meeting at Gracie's. Gracie's is a dope spot.
Yeah, I've been there. It's really good.
Yeah, shout out to Gracie, man. Shout out to Johnny Caraba, man. I love y'all, man. You know, they do a lot for us. They was actually the first company to sell our brand, restaurant to sell our brand.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. Mm-hmm. And you took the first meeting there.
Yeah, well, the first meeting was there. Not even knowing, you know what I'm
that
saying?
They would be the first one to sell it as well.
None of that. Yeah, we had our lunch party there. You know what I'm saying? We had the lunch party when we dropped the loyalty wines. You know, kind of rewind back. I told Alex that you know, Jay Prince is down. Let's get everything set up. And he made one phone call, and next thing we know, we had a shitload of wine delivered to us. I'm talking about Cabs, Merlot, Blanco, man, Pinot Noir, all kind of stuff, you know.
Wow.
And so we went to J Prince Penthouse and did the first tasting, probably like March 2019. And that's when we kind of knew, like, dang, we messed up, because we didn't have no Somalians there. We didn't know shit about wine, like really about wine.
Right.
We can remember the ones we liked because we was buzzed. Like it's 10 o'clock in the morning and we drinking wine. By the time we get to like the fourth bottle, man, all these shit start tasting good. You know? And so we like, damn, this one tastes good. This one tastes good.
You're trying to choose which ones you want to roll with. Yeah.
It dawned like, yo, we didn't do this shit right. Like, we got to do it all over again.
You need the experts.
Yeah. So the next time, probably like a month later, this time they sent us champagne and sparkling and brut and rosé and all of this stuff. And so this time when we had everybody to come do the tasting, you know, I'm buzz talking. I'm like, yo, we should do a whole collection. You know, because we was going to only do two. We were going to do the Merlot and the Cab. In fact, I think we was going to do the Cab at first. And then if we were going to do a collection, we just added the Merlot. And then I was like, yo, what's going to make the most money doing a collection is doing what women love. It's mimosas, right? So let's do gold. Let's add a gold to it. And Belair don't have no fucking competition. Let's compete with Belair. You know? Right,
they don't. You know? That's a good point.
Yeah,
when you're going to get champagne, Belair would be the only one you would get.
Well, it's a
I mean, there's some other ones over there, but typically Belair.
Well, no. So just everybody getting confused. It's not a champagne. It's a brew. So
I get what you're saying. It's a brew. Yeah.
So Veuve Clicquot, you know, that's the champagne. You know.
Yeah. It's a brew. Yeah.
Yeah. So when it comes to Belair, nobody compete with them.
Yeah.
You know, everything else is champagne. Other than that, it's probably Chardonnay.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so
right.
Sparkling wine.
Okay.
It's not from Champagne, France.
Yeah.
It's probably from, you know, a small town outside of France. Like ours is from Maison-Lestar. You know, and so which is Martha Stewart get their stuff from, and Snoop Dogg get their stuff from as well.
You said Maison-Lestar?
Maison-Lestar.
How do they spell that? Maison?
No, it's actually on a bottle. I don't want to lie to you. You ask me questions, I don't know. But no, it's on
That's my son's name. That's why I asked. I spelled it in that front. Well, just Mason, but I spelled it with the Maison.
No, so it's M-A. No, it's...
We'll look at it and we pull it out. Yeah.
And pause. Be on the game too much. Hey, for y'all don't know, we play Call of Duty all the fucking time. Yeah, that's actually how we met. And, you know, and it's interesting because that's actually why I like to play Call of Duty. Yeah. Is because, well, first of all, I'm not from here, so I don't really know a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I know people, but I don't really have close ties with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like getting on the game is a good way to network for me. Yeah, ironically, you met with the right person. Yeah, not for sure. Like when I got to meet you, I'm like, fuck it, let's you know, it's cool to play in the game, but it's like we're here, might as well meet in person too. No, facts, you know what I'm saying? Not just the game. Yeah. A lot of the people we play with, they might not live here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's yeah. So but nah, that's dope, bro. Oh yeah. One thing led to another. You know, we did the brew, did the rosé. Launched and COVID happened, kind of fucked us up, which I'm kind of glad that I can really design the logo the way we want to. Give you a minute to just think about it. We did phenomenal with that, and we launched during COVID. Imagine trying to launch during a pandemic. It's fucking terrible. There's no physical places like pull up pop-ups like you were saying, like you don't have that type of thing going on. Now a lot of people were drinking during COVID, so you had that going on, and people had money. So you was gonna make a lot of money. Yeah. If we would have did this shit in 2018.
if it was already up before COVID, but nobody could have planned that.
Nah.
That's the thing about it. You couldn't. Everybody just dealt with. Everybody dealt with COVID the best
like
they could.
when we first talked about it in 2019,
if it would,
nobody even fucking knew like
anything
like this, like COVID, or like couldn't even fathom the shit gonna happen like this, you know.
Right. For
when
sure.
I first heard about COVID, I'm thinking like, it ain't gonna be that serious. I heard about the case. Where was it at? The first case, was it in Washington?
China.
Huh?
You talking?
No, I'm talking about in America.
In America,
it
it was something. There was a couple different. I can't remember where it was.
I
But
think it was like New York or some shit.
No, it wasn't. I don't think it was New York.
I think there was a couple all at one time.
Okay.
Yeah, around the same time, like in the same week or something like that.
Yeah, but it was one they was talking about.
Yeah, there was
on the
one,
news.
and I can't remember where that was.
I
Yeah.
want to say it was Washington State.
Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds about right. Yeah. I see when you said, I thought you meant DC.
No,
yeah, I couldn't
state.
picture that,
No,
but
I'm
I think it
talking
was
about,
Washington.
like
It was
Seattle.
Yeah, it was somewhere up there. I believe so.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's when I was like, damn, it's way up there. Ain't nobody worried about it. You know, I wasn't too much worried about it.
Yeah, no
you know
one was.
what I'm saying? But
For sure.
man, like when CDC kept coming in, they was like, yo, we gonna shut down for a week and 2 weeks, and
Shit got real.
these kids stopped going to school. I'm like, whoa, this shit getting serious. You know what I'm saying?
That shit was.
So I'm glad that shit kind of happened, because France was sending us shitty ass samples for labels to put on the bottle. I
Wow.
feel like my 4-year-old daughter can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like the way they was creating this stuff, you know, it was terrible. So we hired a guy from Argentina, and he actually, like, everything that I kind of was envisioning. We was envisioning. I ain't gonna say we was envisioning.
Right.
Mainly Alex.
Right. Right.
It kind of went to the way we saw it, you know, and it's fucking dope. It's fucking dope, and that was a good time. And man, just seeing something that you create, fucking grow, is like,
It's amazing, bro. Being a business owner is an amazing feeling, bro.
Yeah.
So I want to get more into that, but before we do that, tell me a little about you, bro. What do you do?
So right now I have a jewelry company. Mainly I do high-end watches, Rolex, AP, Patek. However, I am starting to get into a lot of diamond jewelry, customs and stuff like that. So that's what I do full time. I used to live here, but I live in Vegas now. And so I kind of spent like the last 3 years building the network, kind of going out to Vegas, San Diego, LA. And then I did a whole lot of traveling these last 3 months. I went up to the Diamond District in New York, went to Boston, Philadelphia, traveled to El Salvador. So really kind of just solidified my network, built more clients. And so now I'm doing a lot of content creation. But before that, I was doing a lot of stuff in the music industry. And I used to hang out at Warehouse Live. And I used to hang out at Warehouse Live, and I used to take pictures like for free. I was just taking pictures for free and doing that over.
If y'all
and
know
over.
if y'all know if y'all don't know what Warehouse Live, I can't even say Warehouse Live is. That's like an iconic spot that's in Houston that all the legends kind of like started at when they first wanted to come out and do a show or a tour or anything like that. Sorry about that.
That's crazy. I never heard of it. I mean,
Warehouse Live?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I got tongue twisted a while ago.
It really got popping because, you know, like
Drake,
Josh said, little artists were coming on, and then Drake started performing there, and he always raps about it. So
Wow, that's crazy.
So all these rappers used to come through Warehouse Live, and I used to go take pictures just for free, just to build my portfolio network. And, you know, going enough times, I actually used to hang out by the security guards because I couldn't even get in, right? And so after the security guards like saw me so many times, they got cool with me, and they started letting me in the back.
Shout out to Chris, man. Shout out to Backstage Brian, man.
Exactly, Backstage
guys,
Brian. Yeah, that's exactly who it was. And he always let me in, and so after enough time, you know, Rap A Lot came through, and they were there with P&B Rock.
He was always there though, man.
But I had never seen them before, so this time they came through, and I just see all these crazy whips pull up. And I'm like, who the hell is this? And so, you know, now I know them, but Jay Prince Jr. gets out, his manager gets out, and so we're hanging out in the back. P&B Rock is there. And so we just got this crazy footage because it was Jay Prince Jr.'s birthday weekend. And he was having, you know, Meek Mill, all these crazy artists come out. P&B Rock, you know, was there. He did a little video. We got that on footage. And then his manager came up to me. He's like, hey, bro, I need that footage. So I sent him that footage. Then we kind of just started networking and stuff like that. And then I noticed that they didn't have any merchandise. And I was like, they didn't have any merch.
Right.
They had some basic tees, but I was like, yo, they really need to step it up, and I want to provide value to them because they always help me get into concerts and stuff like that.
Right.
So then I met Josh, and he put me in touch with Junior. We set up a meeting, and I made a sample of a couple things, and I showed them to Junior, and he was like, yo, bro, I really fuck with these. Bring me a couple more. Let's pick some, and let's do an order.
I like that, bro.
And so at the time, I was just starting off.
Yeah.
I was just starting off with the business, and Junior was like, hey, bro, Drake's coming in like 2 weeks. Like, how much merch can you get for Toyota Center? And I'm like, bro, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to be able to fill the order because it was 3 back-to-back shows. Like, there's no way I was going to be able to get anywhere close to that. Let alone one show, maybe.
For a price that was reasonable, right?
For a Toyota Center, you
gotta have a lot of merch, yeah.
Yeah, we're talking thousands and thousands and thousands.
Right.
So I couldn't do that, but anyways, then he still wanted to order stuff, and so I made him a couple windbreakers, some hoodies, and it was really cool. I got a lot of exposure with that. Black Youngster wore it. They were out in LA cooling, and so I got a lot of exposure from that. But then after that, I really just started doing the jewelry business. I came into some money, and I bought a couple things, and I realized that I could make money doing it.
Right.
And so I had some cash that I had to put away, so might as well just buy watches, right?
For sure.
So that's how I got into that.
Bro, imagine if you could have fulfilled that order.
Oh, I always think about it all the time. I always think about it.
That's one of those, like, in the back of your mind, like, low-key regrets. Like, what if I had did that?
And I did try. Like, I remember I hit up, like, every connect that I knew at the time. And I just, like, after, like, 10 phone calls, I was like, yeah. It was like Drake was coming in 3 weeks, and he was having 3 back-to-back shows. I needed, like...
That was 2018 when he did the...
Yeah, he just came out with Mob Ties.
Scorpion.
He just came out with Mob Ties.
Yeah.
But see, like...
That shit was crazy.
Oh, I could imagine.
That shit was crazy.
Like, usually, like, when clothing lines, they'll outsource to other countries, China,
Yeah, that's what I was about to tell you.
India.
Well,
so,
even then,
but...
like,
no, they wouldn't have been able to get it back to you in that amount of time.
No,
Maybe on some crazy, like, put on a plane, because they'd be charging mad bread to get it on the plane. On the boat, you could have got, that's going to take a month. You know what I'm saying?
It takes a while to clear customs, and even...
That's the problem, customs. So even if you had placed that order, it could have been in customs for a week.
Yeah, I definitely know about customs, man. Don't get me started with them.
For sure.
I deal with them all the time.
So I heard you mention that you're cousins with Jay Prince Jr.?
Jay Prince Jr.
So, like, okay, so Jay Prince, your cousin.
Yeah. Jr. I mean, Baby J.
So like,
Mike.
You said what?
Everybody. I was just naming everybody. I got more cousins than that, though, too. So.
Yeah. So tell me some, like, crazy stories about being cousins. I know there's got to be some crazy stories, bro.
Man, honestly, man. Yeah, well, that's a cool story. The crazy story that I ever, like, with the family.
Yeah, just whoever. What's your fam?
Man. So when they first came down to my pop's church, a long time ago, I know is they whoever they were, they was important to my pops, right? And I think I was like 12, 13 years old, maybe 11. I don't remember. Maybe 10. I can't remember. But anyways, they came. My dad left me at the house to bring my cousin. That's your phone? Yeah. My cousin to church, and he was like, "Hey, make sure that y'all stay because he have important people coming." And it was like, Jay and them. At the time, I didn't know. I didn't even know who Jay was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So everything. I have ADHD, right? So I have short term, like attention span. I think about a million things at one time. So I didn't hear anything he said. All I know is he said, "Come to church and wait. Wait on somebody to show up." Well, nobody showed up in about 30 minutes. So I'm like, well, I guess it's time to go. So me and Henry came. We like Henry Martin. That's my brother. I mean, not my brother, my cousin. we went to the church. All I know is my dad came out of his office. He was like, "Hey, where's everybody else at?" I'm like, nobody ever came. And he was like, "Doggone it, that's why they can't find this place, because you left them."
What? You left them?
Yeah, I left them. And so it's hard to find my pop's church because we out there in the country, out in East Texas. And so I really don't know what happened. All I know is it took them about an hour to find my dad's church. They was lost with no service, nothing, And I had one job, and that was to bring them down to church. And that's one thing that they remember me of, Like, you the one that got us lost. You really got. I think I was in the 7th grade. I had to have been like 12 then.
So you didn't really know no better, but you didn't know your way around like that.
No, that was the crazy story that I was like, what I'm saying? Like they driving up and 13 Escalades, or I don't know if it was Escalades or Suburbans, I can't remember. But it was crazy.
So that's your family, but you didn't know.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know who they were at all. And people was telling me like, "Yo, that's Jay Prince." And, bro, I'm sheltered. I don't know who.
So where'd you grow up?
East Texas.
So what city?
Center, Texas. It's like probably like 2.5 hours, 3 hours from here.
Okay.
It's the country.
It's the middle of nowhere.
Country.
Is it?
It's middle of nowhere, but it's where I'm at. It's somewhere.
So where's it close to? What other?
Nacogdoches, Lufkin.
It's
Tyler, not Texas.
So it's not close to like San Antonio. No. None of that stuff. So it must be on.
Okay, you know what? It's close
north.
to Shreveport, but it's on Texas side.
It's like northeast from here.
Oh, so it's right by Louisiana.
Yeah.
Oh,
right by Louisiana.
Okay. I'm picturing like the other side of Texas. Okay, I got you.
No, not West Texas.
Oh, that's right. So okay, East Texas. So northeast Texas, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I get it.
Not
Okay.
Beaumont.
Yeah, because that's all the way on the edge of Texas.
Yeah, that's east of Houston, not East Texas. That's east of Houston. That's where people get things confused. I'm like, yo, I'm from East Texas, not
East Texas,
not
like
east of
Dallas
Houston.
to the other way.
Okay, that makes sense now. Yeah. See, I'm not from here, so I still don't really know.
I understand you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, bro, college, man. People, where you? I'm from East Texas. Oh, you from Beaumont? You from Port Arthur? No, man. I'm from East Texas, not east of Houston. East Texas. I don't know. They just always thought east of Houston. But yeah, man, that was a crazy time. But other than that, man, going out, learning, seeing how they move and how I should move, and sometimes I do some of the craziest things because I see other people do it, and I kind of abuse the authority of things sometimes, so I have to get humbled, But yeah, it was a lot of things that that I've seen, I saw, enjoyed, learned, what I'm saying? Everything was a good time, what I'm saying? And I'm always blessed, because I'm adopted.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm adopted, so.
Oh, okay.
I came from Houston, Cashmere Gardens, and then I moved to a foster care on South Park. I was born in you don't know where LBJ yet, but I was born in right there off 610 and like literally right over there by Homestead and Cashmere Gardens. And then I had to go all the way over to South Park. South Park, straight to East Texas. And I imagine you like 5, 6 years old, not just getting taken, you know what I'm saying? But, I'm blessed to, get adopted to a family who can really show me good times and good things, My pops, then coming out here, being a man of myself and learning my own thing, with the other side of the family, that's a blessing.
That's a true blessing.
Yeah, it's a blessing.
Was that the first family that adopted you?
Yeah, I was adopted one time. Yeah. So, I think when I was 6 or 7, that's when I don't have the craziest stories like the rest of the people have, when they go to foster care and all these homes and stuff. I don't have them type of stories, right? So me and my brother, we blessed to only went to one foster care and then, go straight to East Texas to the family who adopted us.
So adopted both of y'all?
Yeah. It's kind of crazy because my brother is kind of like my cousin on papers, but my brother by blood because my mom and his mom are sisters, right? So I got adopted by his mom, sister. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we cousins by papers, but
that's crazy.
brothers by
blood.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Craziest thing.
So, have you met your birth parents?
I met my birth dad. I don't know anything about my mom. You know, I never met her.
When was this? When you met him?
I met my pops a long time ago. I met my pops in like 2009. When my granny got out of jail. My granny was a con artist.
Really?
Yeah. She was wanted in 4 states. That's why I got adopted. That's why I got into foster care.
Oh.
Yeah, my granny was wanted in 4 states. She's the. You know what's crazy? Like if you meet my granny, she like the sweetest person that you ever meet. Like you wouldn't think, like she do anything like that.
You think it's act?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Like, you know, and you know, like I tell my girl, like my wife all the time, like, yo, don't let that little sweet voice fool you, cause don't forget, she finesse. She a finesse, you know what I'm saying?
So she must have had custody of you then.
Who, my granny? Yeah, my granny had custody of me, that's why we got adopted.
So she got locked up.
Yeah, she got locked up. Man, she was gone for 12, 13 years.
Dang.
I want to say.
Dang, she must have conned for a couple millions or something. Jeez.
Man, all I know, like, before we got adopted, man, all I know, kids, like, when I was a kid, man, I just remember Astro World, you know. You don't know what Astro World is.
I know the one that Travis Scott did and people were dying, so that's all I know about Astro World.
I was there that night.
You were?
Yeah, but no.
We have to revisit that topic.
Yeah. I was there that night. But that was crazy. But nah, you know, I knew it had to have been something different, you know what I'm saying? With my granny, when I went to foster care, and she told me that I got to take care of my little brother, you know, and I'm like fucking 6 years old. I'm like, what do you mean by that? I don't know. She gave me a whole bunch of peppermints. I ate all them candy. I ate all them shits before I got to the fucking foster care lady house. But nah, man. So shit, that always stuck with me. Like, you know, I got to make sure my little brother good. But yeah, man. I didn't know she was a con artist until I was, I want to say like 18, 17 when I met my pops. Like,
so you didn't know what happened?
09, but we didn't really
get close.
Get close until, like, you know, when I came to Houston. I think when I came to Houston, he moved to Kansas, but he came back, you know, and that's when he was like lacing me up on everything about my granny and how everything happened. Because I always was curious, you know, I didn't care. I was just curious, you know, because I'm blessed of where I was adopted at. Like, man, my pops is my pops. My mom is my mom. I don't see nothing there. I see I saw my biological dad as a brother, you know, rest his soul. You know, he died in 2019, but I saw him as a brother, like an older brother, you know what I'm saying?
You said who passed away in 2019?
My pops, my biological pops.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he died in 2019.
Dang.
Yeah, he was young, but he did all kind of drug. He was like a drug head and all kind of stuff, you know. So it caught up with him real fast. You know, that's why I don't do drugs. I don't do drugs or I don't do anything. I don't even take pain pills. I just.
Yeah, I respect that because some people will like see that type of stuff and then end up actually somehow psychologically getting into it.
Well, I never saw it. I never saw none of that.
Oh, you didn't even see it though. No, that's the thing.
No, like I said, I was raised with my granny.
Right. So you didn't even see that.
Yeah, I didn't see none of that.
So do you feel like I
didn't even know he was my dad. To be honest.
When you met him, you didn't know it was your dad?
No. So in a sense, I knew my granny was my granny. I didn't know at that time. I didn't realize what a dad and a mom was. Oh, right. All I knew was granny.
Yeah, so that was like both your parents.
Yeah. So I'm like, you know, now when I moved with her name was Miss Maxine. That's when I'm like, okay, well, she our guardian now, and then she had a man named Mr. Howard, and he always used to make me try to call him pops or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't going for it, but when I got adopted, that's when I knew, okay, I'm gonna be here forever. So I don't know when. I gotta ask my mom and my dad. Like when I started calling them mom and dad, you know what I'm saying? Cause I don't remember.
Right.
But it had to have been somewhere because I call them mom and dad. You know what I'm saying? My adopted parents. But you know, I look at them as my biological though. You know, because that's all I know. Yeah. And that's all that I
mean, if since 6 years old, then that's your parents.
Yeah,
bro. That's parents.
You know, so
I'm gonna grab those out and freeze up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Yeah. Some good old loyalty, man. You know, you mix this one right here with some orange juice, man, and it's gonna taste so beautiful. And you're gonna get buzzed real fast. And you put this one right here and some pomegranate juice. And you could put strawberry lemonade, you could put raspberry lemonade, anything, and this shit gonna taste solid. You could drink this shit straight and be good, you know. But yeah, which one you want to try first?
Shit, let's try whichever. Which one do you prefer? Which one do you suggest?
All right, cool.
Ooh, that's that shit.
That shit sound like a beauty.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna show you the proper way to pour it. So you always want to show it like this. Put your thumb right there. People don't know that's what it's for. Your thumb.
I did not know that.
Yeah, then you wanna.
Tell me something.
But you wanna roll it off the glass like that, and then pick it up.
Oh, fancy.
Sorry.
Fancy.
Yep. That's how you know whenever to stop.
Ah, I see.
You know.
Yeah. Okay. See what we got.
I ain't gonna lie, I just made that up, but it sounded good. Right?
This guy.
Salute. Hey, that sounded good though, right?
Yeah, and a little fancy.
Hey, all you gotta do is keep a straight face.
Josh.
That's good. You gotta do the little.
Something about that rosé.
I like that.
I need some more, man.
I like that.
Smooth.
Yeah, it's really
You
smooth.
want some?
Yeah.
What you gonna put it in my bro? Come on, man. There ain't no recycle bin. We gonna pop in it.
Yo, that is. I like both of them. I like the rosé,
Yeah.
cognac. That shit good. What's the percent? 35.
Yeah, that's 35. This one 40. You know, you always got to drop the percentage to get that sugar in there, you know, to make it adequate. You only strong and nasty at the same time.
Oh, see, that makes sense. That makes
I ain't
sense.
gonna say strong and nasty, strong and sweet. That's what I meant to say.
Right. So I heard you mention when we were playing the game that you talked about the first time you met Drake. Tell me about that.
Man, it was a couple of times, but I want to tell you a crazy story about Drake at first. Or I want to tell you this story because this story is more funny. So it's the all summer, 2016 all summer's 2016 is tour. You know.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Future and one of my boys, his name is Rick. My boy Rick lost his vision that same year at V Live where Drake was gonna be at, and you know when I get there he was going outside. I was coming in, he was going outside.
Oh, they got a V Lab in Houston.
Yeah, not no more.
Okay.
I think after this, I think it was like one more situation where they closed it down, but this situation kind of like, you know what I'm saying, made it the world.
Yeah.
Oh, hit the news.
Yeah.
So it's 2016, and my boy Ricky, you know, we went to V Live, and he brought some girls, and I told him he was going out to get him while I was walking in. I said, no, we bring him in, you know, just come on in with us. But he was like, he insisted to be out there, right? So okay, cool. So you know, we going in. I brought my boy Jameson from East Texas because he wanted to see Lil Uzi, and you know, we in and we just chilling and all kind of stuff, you know. And next thing I know is the security niggas pushed all of us. You know, I was with Junior and all of them. They pushed us all like in the back. You know what I'm saying? And they said they're shooting outside, right? And I was like, oh shit, Rick outside. You know. So after everything kind of calmed down, Rick nowhere to be found. You know. So I'm calling.
That's your boy from Texas, right? East Texas.
No. Jameson's.
Oh yeah.
Rick came there, and Rick is my guy from the mob. You know.
Oh okay, yeah.
And so.
Damn.
Yeah. So. Call him, nobody picking up. So I think somebody finally picked up. I called him a little scary, you know, but it was just a joke. You know, I called him a little scary because the first time he came in the studio, I intimidated him. And so, like, I called him a little scary after that. But he picked up the phone. He's like, hey, man, we at the hospital. You know, Rick got shot.
Oh.
And so he's like, he got shot in the head.
Damn.
So you just think the worst, you know, when you hear you got shot in the head.
Of course.
But he communicated, you know what I'm saying? He could talk. All he's saying is he can't see.
Damn.
So I guess the bullet, I think it went through here and went like out here, you know. I don't know how it went. I think he said he was getting on the ground, you know, from the shooting. I think that's how it went like that, downwards.
They were shooting down.
But I went out there. I don't know how anything happened.
It might have ricocheted up like this, actually.
Yeah. So I don't really know.
Yeah.
But that's why he told me. But he ended up losing his eyesight.
Dang,
So,
from both eyes.
Yeah, he can't see at all.
Dang, that's sad.
Yeah, but anyway, so earlier that year we had the All Summer 16. I keep saying, is it All Summer 16? That's the name of that tour? Okay, it don't sound right. I feel like I'm trying to say the All Stars. All Summer 16, and we went to Dallas, and Drake dapped me up, blah blah blah. We was talking and stuff, and man, Rick come behind me. He never met him at all. This is the first time ever meeting him. Man, Drake went up to him like he just knew him and everything, like and they gave him a stack of ones like this. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is that? Like, I can't get anything. You know what I'm saying?
That was you knew Drake at this point?
Yeah. Like I met him a couple of times.
Yeah.
Before then. And so I was just like, bro, what?
But he wasn't blind?
No, he wasn't blind yet.
So this was before.
This year.
Okay, that was before that. Yeah.
And so I was so pissed. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Let me call Rick. I'm gonna call him real quick because I'm gonna see for. I know it got to be on his Instagram. I'm gonna show you the video. I think he made a video. I was pissed because I don't ever take pictures with him or anything like Drake or anybody. I don't take pictures.
You don't ask for the pictures.
I live in a moment in time. You know what I'm saying? There was a time where I was at the studio with Kanye West. And I didn't record anything. It was just a moment of time because
I'd be like that too. But see, I be having my fiance with me, and she makes sure I get all that shit. She gonna get a little.
Yeah. So
when you're in the content game, it's just like,
you got to.
Yeah.
Got to get it.
So when it come with Kanye, you can't.
Yeah, you don't really want to do it like it's certain, like especially in the studio.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, you might put out my shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to fuck around and piss someone like Kanye off. Or just anybody who's in their creative moment. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got to give them that space. Yeah.
This is the night right here.
You found it?
Yeah. This
okay.
Is right here. So this is us. I brought him to take. So we went to the video shoot of bounce that shit like whoa, 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 whoa. Mm-hmm. Took him to the video shoot, and that's him doing the part in V Live.
Oh, okay.
And then this is the night it happened whenever Drake gave him the stack of money and shit, bro. After we and him was talking, he wasn't even in the section, bro. He was like in front.
And Drake was like, "Here you go."
Real quick and go give him the money. I'm like, bro,
what about me?
Yeah, bro. That's when he can see.
Yeah. Is he still like he can't see at all?
Man, he can't see nothing, bro.
Damn.
I'm be honest though. I think he can. I'm thinking he got that Daredevil shit where he taps something and he can see the shit. And one day, last year, we was at this place called 5 Central, and I was like, yo, Rick, if you can't really see, bro, how many hands I'm holding up, bro? Every time I put up hands, he was getting them right. I was going like this, going like this, going like this. I wasn't doing it like one. I wasn't doing it like that. He was getting them right. But no, that's my brother, man.
So I'm about to switch up to a different topic. Before we do though, so I heard you say you're a content creator. What kind of content you create?
So mainly just doing jewelry stuff right now. Like I said, I spent the last 3 months traveling, mainly creating content, watch sales. My watch business really started kicking off because I hired my mentor. And at the time, I didn't really have that much money saved up. And so I traded him a Rolex for his mentorship, and it ended up working out really good because,
we'll do it on
camera. A year and a half later, he ended up spending over like $400,000 worth, in jewelry with me. So
wow.
And plus, I met all his connections. He's a big YouTuber. Shout out Owen Cook. He's taught me a lot of stuff, helped me through business. He runs an 8-figure business, so he has to know something, right? So I've been fortunate enough to have been guided by him through his mentorship.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it opened me up to a lot of doors, and it's just been amazing going out and traveling, creating content. Like, there's nothing else I really do.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I seen a lot of like businesses using like TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels to really promote their business. Like, if you could find a way to make it look different, you know what I'm saying, have your edge on it. But people making a lot of money off social media right now.
Oh, so, yeah, facts. Especially them reels and shorts.
Yeah, I definitely suggest continuing.
Yeah, my mentor is actually, he has a big YouTube channel, and he goes around the country and he does free events, and he's actually about to start his own podcast. And so, I'll be on there talking about my jewelry business and all that kind of stuff. So I'm really looking forward to it.
So what's the name of your jewelry business?
So it's Fiji Jewelers. My partner is Matt. So we kind of grew up together. I've known this guy since I was little, And we were really
little.
Yeah, since I was little, we were like, you know,
I thought you
eighth
were gonna say
grade,
age, boy.
eighth
Like,
grade,
you was
ninth-
5 years old.
nah, like 8th, 9th grade. But
Okay.
but we really used to like struggle together. We used to like go to these like staffing agencies, and we had to walk to these jobs, and it was like we weren't even gonna get the job. It was just to see if we could work. And so now, like, I just remember like spending time in New York, and it was like Tuesday, 11 o'clock, and I didn't have anything to do but, you know, go to the Diamond District and, you know, do what I love. So I'm just super grateful to be in that position.
For sure. So I'm gonna ask y'all both this question.
Yeah.
So, do y'all feel like we have reached the peak of civilization? Like, do you feel like when you look back on history and you look forward to the future, do you feel like starting maybe in the 80s, 90s, and around right now, do you feel like this has been like our lifetime? You know what I'm saying? Like maybe
Have we reached the peak so far?
do you feel like we've reached the peak of like civilization, like the greatest point of civilization? Probably not.
Hell no. We at AIs right now. But
Right.
we're just getting started with that shit.
I think we're pretty close to killing ourselves, but I think there's hope.
You feel what I'm saying? Because I feel like it's kind of like right now, you know, especially in like the 90s, going to 2000s, like we was young now. It's like we have freedom. We got the internet.
fun.
Yeah, it was. We have technology, like especially like like when we was young, we can go outside and play and shit.
Yeah.
Like we actually were active, you know what I mean? Now we're going to this like all the kids are on their phone, they're on the tablets, they don't really go outside.
Yeah.
So I feel like civilization is kind of like almost declining. Like
That's bad, though.
yeah, people aren't really as, you know what I'm saying? People don't be as active, you know? So
Yeah,
it's like,
they're not happy and fulfilled.
you feel me?
In 2008, the iPhone came out, and that's when Facebook got put on the iPhone for the first time. That
It was
kind of-
08?
It was 2008, and that's when everything
As an
changed.
app, you're saying, as an app.
The whole
That was
world.
2008.
Yeah, the whole world got globalized, so that's when everybody started to get more engaged online and get disengaged in actual reality.
Right.
And so now, you know, people are just kind of tuned in too much to technology, and now it's so easy to spread a message, and now things are so different now with feminism coming on the rise, and people aren't in their right roles.
Yeah. I'm
it's
gonna be
just
honest
gonna
with
change
y'all, man.
things.
I feel so a part of me is like I love my kids, but I brought them into a crazy ass world, so I'm not like the fucked up person for doing this shit. Cause I know it's gonna be a fucked up ass
A lot of
world
people
for
talk
them.
about that too. They don't want to bring kids in because they feel like the world
No,
is not worth it.
and I'm like being dead. I'm like, yo, I really brought some kids, so I'm selfish. I feel like I'm selfish because I gotta try to teach them best as I can, right?
Well, here's what I think. I think that the world's always been fucked up. Because think about back in the day, people will kick your door in and kill you with a sword, and nobody gonna do shit. Like back in the day, like in old times, you know what I'm saying? Like anywhere in the world,
It's just like the game has changed a little bit, so the rules have changed, and so you have to adapt to the new rules because the old game is no longer.
And that's
being played.
that's true. So now I have to like kind of like I can't teach my dad. My dad, man, shout out to my pop. My pop's is 76 years. He about to be 77 this year. And for some reason he buy every young shit just to try to keep up with us. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing he don't know anything about it. You know what I'm saying?
It's a new
So
age.
I just want to. I just imagine like he was born in 43 or 40, you know, somewhere around there,
Right.
And to see the technology now, like where we at with it, and he keeping up.
I mean,
It's
even I was talking to my
different.
parents last night, and even when we were like growing up, like the way that you used to look for like the movie theater times is you'd open up the newspaper and they'd have like the movie theater times.
I didn't.
That was like the only way. There was
Did y'all?
no
You
other
did
way.
that too?
I remember when I was very young, it was like that. Well, no,
It's like that. There was
Where
no,
I'm from, we had one theater and they played one movie at a time.
Yeah, nah. So like,
So
I
you
remember-
just go around the square real quick, and then okay, that's what's playing. What's playing next week? Okay, 7. Okay, cool.
But they only had one grocery store too.
I mean,
Man, we had 3. We had 3 grocery stores. Y'all stop playing with me. We had Butcher Brothers, Walmart, and H&S.
Yeah, that's it.
That's some country shit right there. Shout out to East Texas, man.
but nah, you're right though. It's like back in the day, there was before internet, it was a whole different world. The phone book. You know what I'm saying?
Phone book, yeah.
The phone book.
Oh my
Like now
God.
we got it all on our phone.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like we went into a new age, and see in our lifetime we are watching the world completely transition
But
to a
that's
new
too
age.
fast, though, bro.
It's so fast.
Because
it's so fast.
Just think about it, bro. The 50s and the 40s, the microwave, when that was invented? the 40s, the 20s or some shit like
it's
that.
really like I said, like in 2000,
but they did it in the 20s, but they remodified it like in the 40s because they used to stand still.
Yeah.
But they noticed it wasn't getting the whole food.
It had to spin. It had to spin.
So they had to like spin it to get the shit. And that's why you can't put the shit in the center of your microwave. Because that's why the shit is always cold. Because it's stuck there.
You just taught me something, bro.
So you gotta put it on the edge to make the whole spin.
Oh,
to heat up the whole
shit.
Food. You know
that makes sense.
Yeah. So like that shit. It's 20 to 40. That was 20 years, right?
Yeah.
Man, the first iPhone was what?
In 08. And that shit barely had an app.
Yeah, that shit didn't have a.
In 2012, how many apps we had?
Yeah.
Unlimited apps.
2010, the Android.
I mean,
when
really,
that shit came out,
really like even when we were all in high school, like we were still like when you had a phone plan, you're still paying like text and like barely like a gigabyte of data or some shit like that.
9 p.m. Hey, 9 p.m. You had to wait till 7. Yeah, 9 p.m. You had to get the free minutes. Yeah.
Hey, let me text you 9 p.m., bro.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, bro. Hey, that's crazy.
Yeah. The world has changed dramatically, bro.
Y'all remember Singular?
Singular. Yeah, Singular. Yep, I had Singular. I had a Razor.
Yeah, right.
It was Singular. Yeah. Bro, but the Razor didn't have apps.
No, the Razor didn't have apps at all.
You could just call and text.
Didn't have apps.
They didn't, bro.
No, the BlackBerry
they barely had the internet app.
Bro, the Androids, when the Android came out, bro, that's when the apps really just
That's when the smartphones, like what you said, you just said it in 08. That's when the iPhone came out as well as the smartphones.
I don't remember the iPhone having an app.
Yeah, it was
I had an iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember having an app. I know what it had was music.
Yeah.
You had to go on iTunes to plug that long ass fucking pause, fucking charger.
Yeah, I mean, you might be right that maybe the first one didn't have apps.
I think the Android was the first, and then when they made the when they started counting them,
right.
iPhone,
You're right.
or SE or some shit.
Yeah,
like
when
that.
the Android came out, that was when the apps came.
Now,
right.
when the Android came out, that's when the apps, and then
you're right.
They tagged along and fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Apple always.
The only reason why I know that because one of my boys, his name is Johnny, says the nigga had an Android. It was the most popular kid I knew in school. Nigga, all I saw him was going like this. What are you doing with
your passcode?
That's a passcode.
Yeah. All that little writing shit, cursive and shit.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted the phone just so I could do that. But that was cool. You the cool kid. You had like a, nobody cared about iPhones at that point in time. Nigga wanted that fucking code. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
for real.
That shit.
And you could text like that too. Remember, you could text like on some crazy weird shit. Bro, does that not feel like a different lifetime, bro?
It was.
Oh my god!
From now,
we got the last of like a real childhood.
We did. Yes,
that was the end of it, bro.
I feel like from 90, from like probably 90 to 95 is
that's
the real generation.
Right. So that's what so back to what I was asking. I feel like that was the end of the peak of civilization.
But you know what's crazy though, and I don't want to cut you off, bro. I was thinking about this like maybe a week ago or 2 weeks ago, bro. I'm 30. In 2043, I'm gonna be 40. We gonna be 40. Then we gonna be 50, and then 60. Bro, imagine 60.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
50,
crazy by then.
Our kids gonna have kids. All I can think about is, man, they gonna live to see the next fucking century.
Right.
The next fucking century.
And think about like, is that gonna be better than what we experienced
and
as
that's
kids?
What I'm trying to think. That's
like
what I
because we got AI.
And you don't know though.
We don't know. It's possible.
I suspect that it's not just because like everything that now that we do, it has a dopamine hit and you constantly get addicted to dopamine. So that's why like nowadays everybody's doing shorts because the attention span isn't that long, and so every time you scroll, you just get a dopamine hit and you stay on it. And so I think eventually it's gonna get worse. I think we're
gonna be like addicts.
I think eventually we're gonna hit a point to where people are getting tired of using technology and they realize that it's bad, and they're gonna be forced to use it less because it's not bettering their lives. But
you think society, the government, will allow that?
No, because it does no good to the person. Because if everything is controlled by them through technology, then they enslave us. Like even for electric cars, they're trying to push electric cars now. It just takes a shut of a button.
But what they doing electric cars for? Why they doing that though?
Perfect example, electric cars. Okay, so back in the day, like back before, like right now, and all the way from cars were created, I could be driving a car and there's no way for you to shut my car off. Like I can drive my shit, I'm good. If the government's after me or whatever the case may be, exactly. I could even hit a gas station in the middle of the country, and I'm on the run. You know what I'm saying? And I can still get gas at the gas station. If you got me on camera, motherfucker, I'm 100 miles away before you ever knew that shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't know which way I went. But in the future, starting now, you know, if you get an electric car, now a motherfucker can shut your car off. You see what I'm saying? So like, civilization.
They can do that with anything though. They can do that with gas cars.
You think so?
No, they can. Yes.
Nah, but like if you got like a 2005 Chevy, like ain't
no,
nobody
not an 05. No,
like,
man, nobody talking about 05. I'm talking about now 2023s.
A couple years ago, they didn't have it.
Like even
Mercedes did.
2015's like
Mercedes did.
Yeah, some it depends on the car,
Mercedes
you know.
did,
But anything once we get the computers in there and shit, you know what I'm saying? Advanced computers, and they can shut it down. You see what I'm saying?
When did chips come out though?
So they've been having chips in cars, but as far as
07, right? 08, 07.
but I would say that even with those chips, I don't know if they can shut your car down.
I think it's
because
more like recent, like
I think they can. I think
plus.
they can. What you do when you?
So I'm gonna tell you why, right? When you're in a Tesla, you're connected to the internet. So if I'm in the middle of the country, my car's running, I'm not connected to no internet. You don't even. How can you connect to my car?
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? I'm off the grid now in the car. Even like a old.
I thought it go off solar too though.
Some of them. So it all depends on the car. You know what I'm saying? But most cars, like you could be driving and they couldn't shut your car off. There's some out there that could, especially a Tesla. Once we get to like everything's like a Tesla, it's over. Yeah. There's no going off the grid. Right, so you can't.
And it's not even practical. Really. You see all these people that they run out of electricity like half a mile down before they get to recharge. So it's not even worth it. You see them pull up with a generator trying to recharge their Tesla to drive it back to the electric pump. Yeah. And then you see these people in California, they have 20 cars lined up just to charge. It's not worth it.
It's not. And a lot of people try to say that electric cars are better for the environment. Bro, how much power plants does it take to which is coal, nuclear, things that hurt the environment? That's what we're using to charge the car.
And you can't destroy the batteries either.
Exactly. And not to mention how they make those batteries. It's not good for the environment either. It's not good for like it's literally slave labor going on in Africa.
It's little kids, bro.
You like mining cobalt in mines, but that's our cell phones. That's the you know, the same batteries in cars. But I mean, I feel like we actually were one of the few people who actually, you know, everybody who's alive right now, especially young, lived through the transition of a whole new era of the world. And I feel like the previous era is better, bro. Yeah, I don't feel like it's getting better. I feel like the food, like we actually ate real food, bro. We know what real food is like. Right. Like we eat it now, and we're like, oh yeah, but is that real chicken when you go to Popeyes? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is that? When we were a kid, it was actually real chicken.
Everything was good.
It wasn't genetically
I'm be honest though.
Anything.
I'm a fat ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. McDonald's brought that quarter pounder back. They did.
So how would you feel? Shout out McDonald's, but how would you feel if McDonald's was putting babies in their meat? Human meat.
Come on, bro. You asked me how I would feel.
How would you feel? That was a fact.
Disgusted.
A lot of people think that.
Yeah, I think it's a conspiracy.
Yeah, but
it's a conspiracy. I don't know if it's true or not. let me get my facts together.
The McChickens are fire.
You know, at this point in time, nobody know anything, bro. Like,
we don't really know.
Nobody know
because the facts are hidden.
Even if the truth is true, you have a conspiracy who say it's not true. Even if it's made up, and I know it's made up, but I got these people believing it. Shit, I'm gonna just keep it the way it is. It's Indian tales. At the end of the day, you don't know what's real.
Right.
Just like the Bible, it's Indian tales. You know what I'm saying? If I tell you something, man, let's say this. Let's say if
it's like telephone.
Let's say if everybody died, right? I'm the last person alive, right? Me and some other girl. Or maybe like 7 families, you know what I'm saying? And they all have babies, but say if I just kill them all and I just tell the other the little babies Iron Man was fucking God and the Hulk was this and that. It was real.
That's all they know.
And I'm showing you pictures because obviously they don't know what real pictures is or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What they gonna do? They're gonna grow believing that these people was God and and
Exactly.
the Titans or whoever, the Titans and the giants that we think of today. You know what I'm saying? That we actually have proof of. I don't know about the Titans, but I have a conspiracy about the Titans.
So there's like a theory out there that says, and I've been thinking about this theory a lot lately. I kind of got my own variation of it, but imagine that the world was technologically advanced at one time. Like they had technology. It may, yeah, like Atlantis, and they may not have had like our technology. You got to think about it, like we believe in fossil fuels, we believe in nuclear power, stuff like that. They might have had a different type of technology, a whole different idea on how to do technology. Yeah, exactly. It's an advanced technology, but it's not like how we did it. You know what I'm saying? And they may have built the pyramids, and they may have built a lot of these structures. But think about it. What if it's deeper than that? What if they also built cities? Like, for example, in Europe, you see these churches, these grand churches. They look fucking amazing. The Colosseum in Rome. And you're like, bro, they built that? They motherfuckers didn't have a sewer. They were riding a fucking horse. And they built that structure. What if the world ended, right? Like everybody was advanced, shit was popping. It was a worldwide empire. It might not have been all the same people.
Where you going? That's what I'm saying. Like, what if that happened? What if that happened?
Exactly. And you just explained it, though. That's why I brought it up. You just explained it. So let's say the whole world ended. The floods happened. Everybody it could have been a virus. Yeah. It may not have actually destroyed all the cities. There could have been full cities out here.
I call everything Indian tales because the Bible is Indian tale. I'm not saying I don't believe in God or anything. I believe in energy. I'm an energy type of guy. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me Noah got swallowed by a whale and spit up to not Noah. Jonah got swallowed by a whale and spit a big fish and spit to shore 3 days later. Come on, bro.
I mean, I personally do believe in the Bible.
So you telling me that Moses put a stick down and everything just split this big sea?
Right.
And people just walked across or ran across, whatever you're going to say. As soon as the Pharaoh came, everybody just made it. You believe that? Yeah.
Well, I believe that the Bible, I believe that the stories do have some truth to them. I believe that it was actually been translated so many times that there's variations of it, and it actually didn't really happen the way that we see it. But I believe.
Why are we going off that then? Why are we going off?
That's a good point.
Why are we going off that? Because this is my thoughts, right? School have rules, right? Mm-hmm. Your parents have rules, right? The laws have rules, right? Mm-hmm. The Bible have rules, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like in that time, that was their law.
That was their law.
That was their rules. Yeah, it was. That was that thing to make everybody fearful, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And they probably just had it deficit to where, hey, if you don't do this, you're gonna go down and burn up in hell for eternity.
Right, because back then they didn't have forensics. They didn't have a way to figure out if you did the crime. So all they could do was make you feel so bad about it.
So that's why.
So you won't do it.
Yeah, so that's why me and my pops always have this like disagreement, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't disrespect his belief. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on that, right?
It is crazy though how like a lot of civilizations around the world kind of have the same origin story. Yeah, it's not really like too different. It's the same creation story.
Yeah.
Let's take a shot from your other flavor. I want to comment on what you just said.
Oh yeah.
So what we got here?
It's the VSOP.
Yeah.
It's the VS.
You know what's crazy? If you like Google like pictures of satellites, you can't find a real one.
You taking a shot or no? Oh, you got to drive, huh?
Yeah, I got to try. I'm champagne. Champagne's a little.
Man, you better take a shot of this. Drink that champagne and then take a shot, bro. And could call it champagne, bro. I'm gonna get sued. Hey, it's not champagne. This is sparkling wine. Just if you want to keep it. Mm-hmm. Bro, you didn't have. Like you can't do all that. What you your shirt for?
We're trying out the regular flavor.
Cheers.
Cheers, bro.
Salud. God damn, you strong motherfucker. Mm-mm. I don't know if I can do it.
I like that. So my bad. What did you say? You remember what you just said?
Oh yeah, I was saying if you.
Is that tequila?
If you Google satellite pictures, you pull it up and you can't find a real picture of a satellite. You just scroll. It's all AI.
Yeah, I find it really strange, when I think about that. It's like when you look at like satellite footage, it always looks off. They're always using a fisheye lens. Yeah. So to give the
curvature.
the curvature, for whatever reason, I don't know why one would try to make it different. Like it is what it is, right? But another thing that you notice is you notice that sometimes you'll see these videos of like it'll be like the wing of the satellite. You see like this rat run over the wing, and I'm like, what? If space is a real thing, why y'all?
And be honest, I don't believe in it.
You don't believe in space at all?
Yeah, it's kind of hard. Like you can't.
Okay, let me explain this. I feel like the movies, the Avengers, and all of that, the way they move that fast is the way you're really supposed to move. We don't have no technology. I'm sorry, we don't have no technology to do that. Because if we so-called went to the moon and I'm pretty sure everybody hear this shit, why the fuck we never been back?
Exactly.
And that's what I'm trying to figure out. And actually, it's crazy because we have been back recently. India went to the moon like a month ago.
They went to the moon.
Bro, look at the footage. It looks so fake.
They went to the moon.
Like take the next after this interview, look up the India's moon footage. They went to I don't think so,
It's
bro.
Bollywood, bro.
It's Bollywood.
So listen, I'm gonna be honest. The reason why they try to call us a circle or a sphere because the way the moon look, right? You know what I'm saying? From our naked eye, you know.
So it's basically saying that everything in space is round, more or less.
I'm not saying everything in space is
But I'm
round,
saying that's why you're
look at
saying
everything from naked eye, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's like a triangle
elongated,
or you know what I'm saying, a trapezoid.
So you're saying
not a trapezoid,
but you just said that you feel like the reason why they say the Earth is round is because the moon appears and the sun appears to be round.
Yeah.
So
they can't get out the what did you call it, the Scottish sphere? What is it called?
It's the firmament.
Yeah, they can't get around. They can't get. And you know what's crazy? Elon Musk said that he can't even get past the firmament.
He said that?
Yeah, and he's the fucking most advanced.
Oh, I would like to see that footage.
Google. You can look at it right now. I want to say he said on Joe Rogan podcast. This is the reason why That's why he said that nobody ever been to the moon. He can't get past it because it's so the suppression is so tight that no human being can't fit in. Anybody can't make it past through that.
Yeah, I think it was a conspiracy for sure, just to make us look good.
No, the reason why is because of the Russians. They had the shit with the Russians.
Why we said that we went to the moon, right?
Yeah, that's why we said just so we could look good in front of the Russians, say that we got there first.
But let's not even do that. Like Antarctica though.
Yeah.
What about that?
That's just crazy. Like you only have one little airport that you can go to, and the rest is like nobody can go to. It's off limits.
I'm very curious about Antarctica.
But I'm hearing about a wall.
The ice wall.
The ice wall.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about that?
Well, I think that it's interesting. The theory that they think that the ice is surrounding the whole map. Antarctica isn't just in the bottom. When you look at a lot of old maps, Antarctica covers the whole bottom of the map.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where a lot of people got it from. But you got to remember, the people who were making those maps back then, they didn't really. I mean, they probably were more advanced than we think. But based on what we know, they weren't that advanced.
But when was Antarctica discovered?
That's a good question.
Actually discovered.
And that's the controversy is that those old maps that show Antarctica, they didn't supposedly it wasn't even discovered back then.
It wasn't.
And that's the part that fucks people up.
When it was discovered, which hearsay, I don't fucking know anything, right? I'm not
Right.
Hearsay. Nobody know about Antarctica until the 80s, the 70s.
No, it was like the 1600s. It was like the 16.
No, what I'm saying is they knew about it, but they didn't. Oh, okay, you're right. What I'm saying is nobody actually
went out there.
Yeah, and studied it.
To do is study until the 1980s. And guess what? Immediately they guarded that shit up.
Well, you want to know something interesting? It was even before that. It was Hitler. The Nazis were over there. In the 40s.
More than that. People was going. Okay, so it might have been.
But you're talking about public knowledge.
Yeah.
You're speaking about
people
public.
was going there.
Yeah,
to like have
governments.
Meetings. Yeah, governments
like basically Hitler during his reign, he was in Antarctica, looking into Antarctica, researching it during the World War. Yeah. So like, why are you worried about Antarctica over here? That's what makes you wonder. You got this whole war going on, and you're going over to Antarctica trying to check that shit out. Like, obviously, it's got to be important. There's something going on there. And there's a lot of secrecy behind it. And there's a lot of theories. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people think that something's going on in Antarctica. Whatever is going on, that's the way to get to it.
I heard it was an ocean at the bottom of Antarctica with islands and And islands like by Bahamas and all that type of
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's not.
So you're basically speaking about the flat Earth theory.
I ain't gonna say it's flat Earth, but you know what I'm saying. I'm just.
Yeah. So a lot of people think
I'm
that.
Indian telling right now. I'm Indian telling.
So a lot of people believe that you can go through Antarctica to reach other areas, and and even though we see like where we live as like the whole world, we see this. We're all us. A lot of people believe that you can go beyond and see way more places.
That's where people are thinking that that's where people like Jurassic, like people getting these ideas of Jurassic World. They trying to recreate creatures and stuff. How the fuck people know how dinosaurs look?
Right.
The way they was created.
Exactly.
What's crazy to me is like even through the dinosaur shit, like you look at human evolution and there's like all these types of species, and like where are their bones?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's no bones of like the whales that grew legs. Where are their bones?
Yeah.
Like there's no like.
Well, it's in the it's in what the 95% of water that we never discovered.
Yeah. Exactly.
Probably.
All the deep ocean.
So I've heard theories that people believe that some of these dinosaur bones that we find are actually, because usually when they find a dinosaur bone, like a dinosaur skeleton,
They're fake.
It's they don't find the whole dinosaur. They'll be like, you go to a museum, and they'll be like, here's a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah.
One bone.
It's like one rib bone.
Yeah, one rib bone came from a T-Rex, and the rest is all manufactured. So the question is, why only one bone? You know what I'm saying? So when they find a lot of these dinosaurs, they don't find the full skeleton. So it's kind of like, that's like trying to say that you got a puzzle and you're missing 80% of the pieces. What the fuck is that puzzle? Yeah. So how do you know what the fuck the rest of that puzzle looks like?
Like what the fuck?
It sounds, looks. I mean, what if a lot of those dinosaur bones they find are actually human giant bones?
Yeah.
There's a lot of theories out there that they think that like giants existed.
I believe those giants.
I think you're a giant.
Huh? I might be a part of
You might be. You might be in your
I'm a
lineage.
big ass dude.
You never. I feel like it still exists in our DNA, though. Is my point. That's what I'm saying. Like NBA players. I'm not saying that NBA players are giants. I'm saying that they might have actually.
There's a genetic potential.
They might have giants' DNA in their DNA, and the shit skips generations. You know what I'm saying? How like you hear with DNA, like it might skip like 1 or 2 generations. What if that giant skips like 20 generations? And 20 generations ago, a motherfucker who's 7'5" was a giant.
Yeah.
20 feet tall.
What was the tallest history in wasn't it like 7'8"?
Nah, it's like 8.
8'1"? I know he couldn't do nothing.
I want to say it's like 8'6" or 8'7".
It was I think I seen that. It's a Guinness book.
Couldn't do nothing though for sure.
But I know
Right.
that guy was like it was an autoimmune disease or something like that.
Right. And that's just recorded.
So the last tallest man in the world was recorded in 1918. He was 8'11".
My bad. Say it one more time. How tall was he? Say it one more time.
6'8".
So the tallest man, 6'8"? No.
8'11".
I'm like, hold on.
6'8". Because you don't fucking go to 8'12".
8'11" is 9 foot. I mean, I feel like there's been taller people than that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's last
recorded.
But like you say, 20 generations, 30 generations, 40. You know what I'm saying? You never know.
Right. Yeah. So do you believe there was giants?
Absolutely. They have proof of that. Like one thing they do have is proof of giants.
Yeah.
I believe there was giants, bro. No doubt about it. I mean, that's where I feel like the evidence is missing. And I don't see what fucks me up is like, why are they trying to keep it a secret? Like y'all finding these bones. Why?
I think at the end of the day, like Antarctica,
You believe in aliens?
Bigfoot,
We'll get in a second.
big humans, all that stuff ties in at the baseline. It's to religion, and that's something that's very
I don't
heavily
believe in
guarded.
Bigfoot. I ain't gonna
And
lie to you.
religion itself is heavily guarded by many secrets, and so like they all want people to kind of believe the same story,
But-
and all those
But
theories
listen though,
would
you hear what you
disregard
said?
religion.
You hear what you said though? Yeah, exactly, right?
Exactly, they would disregard religion, so that's why they don't want people to know about them.
So what is real? What is real? What happened when you die?
I think.
What happened when you die? Be honest. What happened when you die? What happened?
I think-
No. I want a straight
Right.
answer. What happened? When
Okay,
you died?
so
not
we-
what you think.
No.
Happened. What
What-
happened when you die?
Okay, so I'll answer this first. This is my belief.
Not belief.
Yeah, well,
What happened when
It
you
can-
die?
It can
Well-
only be belief because
yeah.
Exactly. So that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Nobody fucking knows. So
Right.
why are we talking about it?
Yeah, I mean,
Why are we talking about I don't care about somebody saying they died and came back alive. No, you
Well,
didn't fucking
I'm
die.
gonna tell you why. That's one of the things about podcasts that's so great is that I can sit down with you, I can sit down with you and with me, and we can talk about what we believe, because everybody has their own belief. You know what I'm saying? And exactly. But the thing about death is that once you die, you are gone.
And and that person that dies, your cousin, your mom, your sister, your brother, nobody fucking knows.
Nobody knows what happened to that person, right?
Nobody knows after Earth. So
but
why do we discuss it?
Well,
though?
you're a big believer in energy, though, right? So like,
I'm believing energy
can't be like destroyed, so it has to be transformed into like some other thing.
Form of energy.
I don't know that, and you don't know that.
Well, it is a fact that energy can't be like created or destroyed, so it has to like go somewhere.
It transfers. Energy transfers.
But how you know if we like really off energy though?
Right. Well, you said it. You feel it, right?
But how do you know if you're on energy though?
Like you don't know 100%.
I mean, obviously, I'm a human being, so obviously, bro.
You don't
human
know,
being believes, so I'm not a person who don't believe anything. Yeah. Like, bro. Like,
do you believe that you have a soul?
Huh?
Do you believe you have a soul?
Do I believe I have a soul? I don't know.
Yeah.
Because my brain is over everything right now. My brain tell me what to say. My brain tell me what to think. My mouth blurt out shit after my brain say it, and sometimes I might stutter up and my mouth might speak before my brain.
You know, that's the only question, though.
You get what I'm saying?
In probably history, the number one question that people ask and they don't know the answer to. So
what's that?
So why do we try to answer it though?
What happens when we die? That's
but why try to answer it though?
Because
and so listen though, that's one problem that me and my pops always argue with. Who told you that you get determined to go to hell or heaven? Who told you that? Like well, God spoke to me spiritually.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why it matters.
Okay, go ahead.
It's because it matters because the way we live is determined by the way we die. So what we believe,
how do you know?
That's what I'm saying, and it's a belief. It's a personal belief.
So it's only belief. We're going on belief.
We're going on belief,
not what we really know.
Right?
Like we know that this shit is a dark color, and we don't even know if the dark is even the right.
But I'm gonna tell you what's fucked up about it, right? I'm gonna tell you what's fucked up about it, because you're talking about proof, evidence, right?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you something about proof and evidence. Mm-hmm. What proof and evidence is what somebody else told us. So some scientists said
not what scientists.
No, but I'm just saying like.
Going off
Right. But I'm saying like, but a lot of the stuff that we personally believe in life is stuff that was told to us by scientists.
I know, but listen, I understand what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
I don't care about the past or 2 days ago that somebody told me about COVID, anything. If I ever so gently pick this phone up, I clicked it on. You see that I clicked it on, right? I'm looking at myself click it on, right? So it's evidence that I'm clicking my phone.
So you believe what you've seen with your own eyes.
I gotta see it.
Right.
I don't care if a plane crashed and they say that, nobody survived. I can't even like, what I'm saying?
But what do you think happens?
Huh?
What do you think happens?
What do you think happens when you die? What's your idea?
I can't think about it because listen.
You don't have an opinion about it.
You can't have an opinion about something that you never experienced or seen.
I respect that perspective.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know what's crazy is I've actually had your perspective on life. And I respect it. I've had some spiritual experiences that made me realize that I believe in something more than just the science. I believe. Yeah, I was too.
I've never been atheist.
Yeah, I was. I can go as far as to say that I was atheist for a lot of my life. Yeah. But I agree with you to a certain extent. But people who just read the Bible and say this is it.
But listen, when y'all say that you seen things, right? Did y'all pray on it or did y'all? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really struggling and some just.
I didn't pray on it. I didn't pray on it.
I didn't pray on it either. I just think that like there's certain things that just like happen for a reason, and there's a greater, like, I don't know if it's a God or a spirit or whatever it is, but there's
why it just can't be a coincidence?
It could be a coincidence, but if
it was a coincidence that I actually went to, I ain't gonna say, none tell me to go. It was just a coincidence that I actually like, you know what? I came back early. I'm gonna just go.
I think that if you like work hard and
imagine if I didn't go to. I'm sorry, I don't need to cut you off. Imagine if I didn't go. You know what I'm saying? To the mob ties pop up. We wouldn't be sitting right here right now.
Now imagine
this and that.
More importantly, even bigger than that, bro. You told me about how you were adopted. Yeah. You got adopted with literally one of the you one of the best families. You could have, you know what I'm saying? Like imagine you could have been adopted by somebody who was on crack.
So you saying that, and I,
Just to say one more thing, I feel like meeting you and knowing you, I feel like you got a big future ahead of you, bro. And no doubt, bro. And I feel like if you hadn't been tied in with certain things, maybe that future wouldn't have been. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it could have been a coincidence.
But I've seen a lot, and that's why I have coincidence. Like, man, it was just a coincidence. I was just here.
It could be.
But some people are like, nah, it ain't coincidence. You blessed. It was a blessing.
I believe you're blessed, bro.
The risk you take, the more harder you work is the
so
every risk you take
yeah.
has a reward. You determine how big that reward is.
I agree.
Not anybody else. You have to work for that.
I agree.
All right.
But I also believe that like that is like the energy of the universe. So like if you go out there and you provide value, you're gonna get value back. So let's say everybody who speak the gospel and do everything right and abundantly, right? And they just have a wreck. I done seen a couple of that shit happen. Mm-hmm. Damn, he was good. I question that.
He was young. He was 21, but he had a wreck.
Right.
What if he didn't get in that car? What if you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, and aren't those times that you're late by like 5 minutes, and you're lucky that you were late by 5 minutes.
So that's what I'm saying.
So
I want to say everything is a blessing.
My thing is,
you get what I'm saying? I won't call everything a blessing, right? I was blessed to wait 5 minutes. Because if I didn't, shit,
could have been in an accident.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't call everything a blessing. I wouldn't call everything coincidence. I would call everything is your self-conscience. Yeah. You the only person that told yourself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To hey, let me stay back. Hey, I'm in a rush. I can't talk to you right now.
But is that you or is that...
Where'd the thought come from?
Yeah.
Your brain. Your brain.
So you're a genius.
So that's fine, right? So we talking right now, right?
Yeah.
So if we talking, right? We're talking about a subject. Who came up with... Okay, I see what y'all saying now. But your brain came up with everything.
Do you believe in God?
We're spreading the gospel right now.
Hey, there's nothing wrong if you don't.
No, wait, listen.
We're spreading the gospel right now.
Listen, I believe in a higher power, right?
Okay.
So you might believe in God, and you might believe in
God.
And no. You might believe in Hercules or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he's still a god. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he Jesus still a god. What's God? What's Hercules' dad name?
Zeus.
Zeus is what?
Greek.
But he's a what?
He's a god.
Okay.
I agree. I hear what you're saying.
So what is our God?
Okay, so there's different ways to look at it in life.
Okay.
I don't feel like religion is always the answer. I'm not a religious person. I don't believe in religion.
Exactly.
So listen, so your God, what I'm saying is your God might be my energy.
Right.
If I bring in good energy,
I think it's the
you know
same
what I'm saying? I don't believe...
It's one and the same because God is energy.
Yeah.
Because without God, there wouldn't be energy.
Yeah,
but
so
God is deeper than energy. And I'm not really like, I don't really go on the podcast and try to like be like, oh, Christian, be a Christian. I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Christian.
I mean,
okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't believe in God, do you believe in the devil?
If you don't believe in God, why would you believe in the devil?
But that's what I'm saying. There's people out here that literally sacrifice people.
What is the devil? If God is good energy, what is the devil?
Bad energy, killing people,
so
evil.
Okay, so
temptation.
My thing is, and I say I don't believe. I'm not a believer, but what I do, it's like, okay, well, I'm always gonna get out good energy because if I die, I don't hope. I want to die in good energy, not bad energy.
Right.
But so I don't know what would happen though.
But that's why religion is good at a baseline level because
it's not good. No, that's fear.
Listen. The reason why religion is good is because at a baseline there are certain principles and morals that you have to stick to, and in general those are always good.
So listen,
you're not gonna do anything.
Okay, fine, right? Okay, that's fine, right? So listen, what do Muslims do? Don't eat pork, right?
Yeah.
I got a fucking 92-year-old uncle who eat pork every day of his fucking life, and guess what?
Yeah.
He lived to be longer than all these people who ate healthy, whatever you want to call it. You get what I'm saying?
But in general, you know, like
that's why I say religions. It doesn't matter. It's always it always come back to what?
No. What I'm saying is,
belief.
In all religions, you have the same morals of do good, don't lie, be a moral person, be a good person.
But guess what? Who
always
does that?
Give back.
Who does that? Though?
I do that.
So you don't lie.
I try not to lie because
But
I
you
always
don't. No. I'm not trying.
Everybody sins, but the point is that you always have that thought looping in your mind.
And so in your Bible,
whenever you're tempted by something.
But in the Bible, though, what it say?
But as
no sin is greater than what?
What?
The other.
Yeah, no sin is
so
greater.
You could think of me want to fuck this girl right here, but you know it's a fucking sin for thinking about fucking this girl right there.
Yeah.
But you still thinking about it.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that.
Like, goddamn, that bitch right there, fine.
But there's like
you lusting.
There's like simple morals, like don't lie, don't steal, don't cheat. There's like simple.
I will say this.
That's law.
Almost every religion in history has a moral code they follow, and they're not exactly identical, but they help guide people to a right path. But I will say this. This is what I believe personally. I believe that heaven and hell are not a place you go. Mm-hmm. Heaven is not in the sky, and hell is not in the earth. That's my belief.
But what if we reincarnation?
No, that's what I'm saying. So let me finish what I'm saying. So basically, I believe that heaven and hell exist right here on earth. Mm-hmm. So the way I live my life can determine the choices I make. And you make, everybody makes, can determine, whether I'm living in hell or heaven. Right now, I'm living in heaven. I'm living in a nice house. I'm around good people. I enjoy my life. I'm not depressed.
That's what I was.
I'm happy.
You know what's crazy? I never heard that. I like that. That's a good.
You feel what I'm saying? And hell, if I make work, let's say right now,
you make bad mistakes.
Right. Let's say I drink a shot of this liquor and I decide to smoke crack and I go out and smoke crack every day. I'm living in hell, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, my choices have put me there. Yeah. But I decide I don't do that. I don't smoke crack. I enjoy my life. We do this. You know what I'm saying? And I love my life. I'm living in heaven.
And you can feel that energy, like when you go out with certain people, you can tell if they're like at a high vibration state
facts, 100%.
or at a low vibration state.
But I always told you I'm an energy guy though. That's
sense energy.
I don't believe in hell.
Exactly.
I don't believe in God.
So good energy attracts good energy. Bad energy attracts bad energy.
But you remember what I told you earlier though.
Good, so you can attract good.
But you remember what I told you earlier though. Like, most people think that I'm like, when I come in the room, I just take over. I don't try to do that type of stuff, right?
You have a powerful energy.
Yeah, but I don't want to be like to where people are uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I want everybody to feel like, man, like,
you gotta find that medium.
It's fun, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, man, if I'm gonna come in the room, man, everybody, I don't give a damn. You can have a bad day. Hey, you gonna take a shot. I don't care what you say. You gonna fucking take a shot because let's have fun.
Yeah.
Life's too fucking short. You know
Facts. Have you ever heard much about frequencies?
Absolutely.
So I feel like when people say energy, they're speaking about frequencies.
Frequency, yeah. And I refer that to, and I can refer.
And I feel like they are they're connected, almost the same thing. Mm-hmm. So this is I've been doing some research on frequencies, and I feel like this is how it works. The room right here has an electromagnetic frequency going on right here, electromagnetic field going on right here. Mm-hmm. So if me and you were arguing right now, we'd be emitting a negative frequency, a low frequency. And if he walked in the room right now, he would sense it. Even if me and you just stopped talking for a minute, like me and you were just going at it. I'm like, bro, we talking shit. And then he walks in and we get quiet. He knows we got arguing. How does he know? He didn't hear it. He felt it. Yeah. So if you don't believe in energy and frequencies, then you got to be fucking crazy. Because we see it all the time.
No, I believe in all, bro. And if you can't believe in energy and not believe in frequencies, bro.
Like,
exactly.
You go to a funeral, bro, like you feel that shit.
Yes.
You feel it. It's a frequency.
And that's why I love Jamaican funerals. That's the only funeral I've ever been to where I felt like this is celebration.
Celebration of life. Mm-hmm. New Orleans are funerals like that too.
Wifey, because wifey, she, my wife Jamaican.
Oh, okay.
So they do. I don't want to, man. I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me, y'all. I might say it wrong because I'm not of their religion.
Right.
Or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I want to say do like a 7-night type thing. Right?
Oh wow.
Or a 6-night. Where they do this one night and they celebrate like every night about something. And most of the time they live to be fucking 90 to fucking 103 anyway.
Living natural lives.
They might at that moment in time be sad about it, but once that funeral and all that other stuff come, man, they celebrate every fucking day. Every fucking day. You know what I'm saying?
I respect it.
And it's fucking love and fun and happiness. Not no crying, not no boohooing. They only get the tragic whenever it hits first. After that, it's all celebration.
Do you know what they believe about the afterlife? Like Jamaican people?
No, I don't. No, they Christians, bro. They all believe in Christianity.
Going to heaven. So my personal opinion is that we're living in either heaven or hell based on our decisions in life. And if we die, we come back. And we don't remember our previous life. And that's what makes us and that's what makes it so confusing, like to what your point is, like I don't know anything, I don't know what to believe. I feel like that's a point of our life, is to figure it out. And that's why I get confused, like why we gotta keep figuring this shit out over and over and over.
You always hear people like saying like, damn, I think I knew this person in the past life, or I think I did this in the past life.
Exactly. There's a connection with the soul.
Yeah.
It's like when you get around certain people, the vibrations. Yeah. There's a vibration. Yeah, it's like the soul connects to vibrations, I feel like. So the soul knows. Like we met before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But consciously, we're like, who the fuck is this dude? You know what I'm saying? We don't know. But our soul feel. That's why you meet certain people and you just kind of get cool with them right away. Yeah. You're like, oh shit, I fuck with you, bro. We cool. You know what I'm saying? And it's a soul tie, like you said. The soul, what that means is your souls were, the frequencies in your souls were tied together.
And even when you walk into a room, bro, people can read that shit.
They can read. So people call this an aura. Yeah. The aura comes out. But I feel like the aura is just simply the frequencies that come out. And the frequencies know. They have their own connection. They have their own language that they speak. And we don't understand it.
No, yeah, for sure.
We can just only feel it. And by only feeling it, that also means that we can't really comprehend it. Because feelings aren't really comprehended, you know what I'm saying, like in words.
Right.
It's deeper than that. So do y'all believe, on another topic, do y'all believe in extraterrestrials, life outside of Earth?
I used to, but I don't anymore. I think like the more that I look into the matter, I think it's
What's your answer? I'm sorry.
I said, do y'all believe in extraterrestrials, like life outside of Earth?
Man, honestly, even if that do happened and become of light, everything that we know change.
I think that they're real. I don't think they've been to Earth.
So what if they did come to Earth and?
I think like studying.
So
what I
listen,
know,
what if you're the one who destroyed the dinosaurs?
It could have been like, but from what I know, like it's impossible.
No, yes, maybe
it's possible.
Unless you're able to like warp space and time the closest stars, you would have to have a generation ship, meaning like there'd have to be one civilization that has kids and their grandkids and their grandkids and their grandkids, and then they.
But
make
how
it
was
to
we
Earth.
made then?
So I don't.
But listen though, how was we made?
And that would take way too long.
But listen, hold on. So you believe in the Bible, right?
Yeah.
So you believe in Adam and Eve?
I don't know if I believe in Adam and Eve, but I believe the basic core principles that the Bible teaches.
What about Noah and the Ark?
I don't know if I believe that.
So this is what I'll tell you about.
You don't believe in the Bible?
So I'll tell you what I believe about Adam and Eve. Mm-hmm. I believe that Adam and Eve were metaphorical people. Mm-hmm. Not people.
Yeah.
Two people.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
So you got Adam, you got Eve. Yeah, they're two people.
So you got this,
they're both got men and women.
You might have men and women in this spot, and you might have men and women.
But you might have a war tribe, Adam. Facts. You might have a more peaceful tribe, the Indian, the Native American. How we visualize the Native Americans. You got the Warren tribe, you got the more chill tribe. Yeah. And they exist. We're talking about millions of people. Mm-hmm. We're talking about like civilizations that exist.
Once you said that.
You feel what I'm saying? You got Adam and Eve.
Everything cool. And
then they meet, you know, and the whole fruit and the tree thing is metaphorical, basically saying like there's a lot of things that we don't understand about life, a lot of deeper secrets. And when they got together, they were facing some of these secrets. You know what I'm saying?
It's like me and Messi now in today's era, you know what I'm saying? Like the love and hip hop or whatever it is you want to call it. And they just intertwined and
yeah,
I think they really like the shit. You know what I'm saying?
And they created two people.
That's how it is.
And that's what Adam and Eve is.
That makes sense.
You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like it's deeper than just
when you said it from the beginning, I'm like, God damn.
That shit that shit'll blow your mind when you start thinking about that.
The shit just, you know how you solve an equation, you did think you can solve it, and it's like shit.
Well, hold up.
One fucking letter or number or whatever it is, like
that's it. That's it.
That makes sense.
And it's also possible that civilizations may exist before them. Mm-hmm. They just weren't fully developed.
Well, where did Neanderthals come from?
Exactly. Neanderthals, etc. Adam and Eve may have been the first human civilizations. Civilizations. You got Adam and Eve. They came together.
What did Neanderthals believe in?
And that's a good question. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, because they definitely, because of the way they buried people, they've been doing research on Neanderthals. They noticed that they buried people a certain way. They had a way to bury people.
How?
There's been studies that show that they were even like going deep in the ground and doing crazy burial procedures. Neanderthals. So they had a belief.
Stronger than us, though, right?
They were stronger than us.
Yeah.
And
they weren't that mentally.
But that's the thing that I question.
They were more like a monkey.
And that's the thing that I question, because they had big heads.
Yeah.
They had big fucking heads.
I got a big head.
So what's to say that they weren't that smart? I ain't never seen Neanderthal brain.
Me neither.
But when you see a skeleton, you don't really see the brain.
No, you don't.
What if they were smart? I don't know. That's a whole other topic.
How many? So listen, y'all ever seen the movie Lucy?
Yeah.
That was the first human, right?
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, Scarlett Lucy.
Oh, what is it?
What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm talking about some other shit. You said the first what?
Lucy.
What is Lucy?
You gotta watch it, bro. I can't even.
Oh, the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
With what's her name? Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson.
Little fine white ass. I don't like white people though.
Yeah.
In that way, I like white people. Yeah, they got operate. I like.
That's
white
a good
people.
clip.
I wouldn't date a white person.
You wouldn't date a white person?
Fuck no. You saw you got this shit painted. Right?
They
Gotta be black. You know what I'm saying? They gotta be dark. They gotta be dark. But no, listen. So Lucy. How many? So she only accessed like 10% of her brain when she started moving.
Yeah.
Objects and shit. Mm-hmm. But we can only where we at with it?
We're about there. I mean, in the 10 to 20% range.
Okay, so it's gotta be more than that. There ain't no way in hell we moving shit with our fucking hands. No time soon.
We literally are only in access of like 10 to 20% of our brain, and that's the biggest question. Why? And I believe that we actually access more of it.
I think you have to do work to access more of it.
Well, I believe
you have to do a lot of inner work to access more of your brain, self-control.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of fluoride?
Yeah. No. You said fluoride.
Fluoride.
Fluoride?
In the water.
Yeah.
But have you heard? So it's in our toothpaste.
No.
It's in our water.
Yeah.
It's introduced into our water supply. But if you look into the history of fluoride, you'll see that the Nazis were actually using fluoride on the people they had in their camps. They were testing it. It affects our brain. And there's so many things like heavy metals. People say that a lot of the shit we digest, eat, deodorant, all kind of shit. Chemtrails. They say that all this shit is dumbing down our brain. So I'm starting to think like, what if we really do have access to a higher percent? It's just that in our current state. Because when for example, if you say I can only access 10% of my brain, that's because you studied me. You said that I was able to access 12% of my brain. What about before all that shit we just talked about? What about 100 years ago? What percent were they accessing that?
I think
there was no way to study it.
I think you're a product of your environment. So if you take somebody that's in this situation, this guy's eating fucking McDonald's, not working out, not doing shit to better himself, and you take this guy, he's eating clean food, he's watching good material that can train his brain to think right, I think this guy's going to succeed more. So I think it's definitely a product of your environment.
Was that the 50s, 60s?
The Hitler, like the 40s?
40s?
No, I agree with what you just said. No doubt.
I agree with what you just said too.
Hitler was studying on fluoride.
Yeah, he was.
So what? Damn. You been with child travel?
And it goes to the next topic I want to bring up. Do you believe in the Mandela effect?
Honestly, bro, I have no choice because
I think so.
It's some shit that I don't know if it's my mind playing Jay Prince. Mind playing tricks on me. I'm just boo-boo the fool and don't know shit.
There's certain things that I can't deny. Do you remember the Berenstain Bears?
Bro.
As a kid.
Yeah.
It was not no fucking, it was BERSTEIN or some shit like that.
STEIN?
It was 3 E's. It was 3 E's for sure.
Do you remember Berenstain or Berenstein?
Man, Berenstain.
Okay.
Right.
So how the fuck did it change? ENSTEIN.
No, he was no.
It wasn't no Berenstain.
They was not from fucking Poland or whatever you want to call it. Cause that's the only people that do that type of shit.
Bro, I believe that the Mandela effect is real, and a lot of people.
But hold on. So I always want to ask you, how the fuck Mandela got this fucking? name title, bro. What the fuck?
Okay, so
2013.
so the original. So back in the day, people believe that Mandela actually died in prison. Okay, he was in prison. He died. He never got out. He became the president of I think it was South Africa, one of the African countries.
When?
They said that he died like back in the 90s, 2000, something like that. So basically they believe, so the very first Mandela effect that was ever noticed was Mandela. People believe he died in prison.
So Mandela came around in 2013 when he actually died.
Yeah, well, that's when people realized, like, wait a minute, he been died. He been died. He was never the president of nowhere. He died in prison.
Wait, hold on. So okay.
So that's why he was named it. But there's so many different things that happened that changed the history.
Oh, absolutely.
So
like fucking Oscar Myers.
exactly, Oscar Meyer. I brought that up in a previous interview.
Meyer.
And you remember Meyer, right?
Yeah. Ain't no
So it's three people in this room, but there's people. Like I posted that clip, and I've had people. I had an old white dude comment on my TikTok. I posted a clip where I spoke about that. He said,
talked about this?
"Yeah, I spoke about this. The exactly one." And I said it was Meyer. He said it was Mayer. Yeah. That's what he remembered.
So how would you spell that? Like, how would you say?
How would you say it? Oscar Mayer, right?
Oscar Mayer.
Yeah, man.
Exactly. Why do we say
Like
Oscar Mayer?
Berenstain, not Berenstain.
Exactly.
No, exactly.
Bro,
So
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I swear to God, bro. Berenstain. It was Berenstain, bro. It
No,
never
yeah.
been. Bro, I'm like, yo, okay, the Berenstain, the three. I always said three E's, the three E's.
So let's just say, for example, somebody in this world or somebody came back to our world, somewhere in our lifetime, okay? Time travel. We're talking about time travel here, right? You say time travel. Do I believe in time travel? So let's say that somebody can't. It's still going.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say that somebody came back to our time frame and our lifetime, out of all the time frames in the fucking future and the past, they came to our time frame and they did some shit. I don't know what the fuck they did. They saved their grandmother.
How did it fucked up with the 90 kids though?
So what happened was it was in our time frame. So when they changed that shit, it affected us. Yeah. But it didn't affect other people. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever they changed didn't affect them. So let's say that
You would think though, right?
Well, let's say, for example, I came back here. Let's just say some other dude. Joe Schmo came back to our lifetime and he saved his grandma. Mm-hmm. His grandma came in contact with my mom, your mom, and your mom. Yeah. So our lives changed. Yeah. But it didn't affect some other people's grandmas.
Future people, yeah.
And some of the people from the past too, right? Okay, so their timelines didn't change because that grandma being saved.
Everybody's timeline changes.
Exactly. Because at the same time, like when they saved their grandma didn't know this motherfucker's grandma. Right. So his grandma remembers Oscar Mayer because in their past, it was Oscar Mayer. Yeah. But our timeline got changed because you see what I'm saying? So it's all about certain people who were affected. The people who had nothing to do with that grandma, never came in contact with her, never knew her.
So I'll ask y'all a question. We all remember 9/11, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Making sure we
For sure.
Y'all remember the space shuttle?
Yeah.
Okay, bet.
I mean, if we remember Berenstain, I believe we're from the same timeline. But I've actually talked to multiple people who remember Berenstain, and that's what fucks me up with the Mandela effect. That's why it's not just like some random little. Oh, I guess it's some little thing. This is big.
Else? Yeah. I think I talked to you about it earlier. The Sinbad shit.
Exactly. The movie Kazam.
Right? No, it's not Kazam. It's Kazam. Kazam is fucking with Shaquille.
With Shaquille O'Neal, you're probably right. Let me look this up.
Right here, Shazam, bro. Shazam never existed. He said Shazam on the fucking. He might have said Kazam.
Yeah, you're right. So Shaquille O'Neal dropped a movie in 1996 called Kazam.
So what?
Right, but Shazam.
Why do I remember Shazam? No,
Shazam.
Bro, why do I remember? No, it might have been me called Shazam or Shazam, bro. Why do I remember Sinbad?
Now, there's other examples too. Like they say, Curious George's tail.
No, he definitely had a tail.
He definitely had a tail, right?
He had a tail, right?
Wait, did he not have a tail?
That's what they said. They said he didn't have a tail.
Man, that's fake, bro. Whatever you want, that's a fake site, bro. So which one is which? This is the right one, right?
That's supposed to be right.
So which one you remember? Out of Fruit Loops.
I remember
the left one.
Yeah. Wait, what?
I don't remember the shit. You remember the right one?
Yeah, the name.
Yeah,
the name
no.
You remember the fruit? Spelling fruit?
Yeah, I do too.
I remember the 0000.
Nah, I don't remember the 00.
I remember the 00. But see, honestly, I feel like, you know, when it comes to Mandela effect, we've seen the new one so many times, and that's where it gets confusing. But I feel like it's hard to.
I don't eat no cereal, bro. I haven't
Exactly.
ate cereal since when I ate fucking Fruit Loops.
Exactly. So I mean, it's hard to remember every single one, but it's clear that something's changed.
Way, bro. No. They lying about this shit.
Oh yeah, Pikachu.
Man, they lying about Pikachu. Bro, they is lying about Pikachu. Look at this.
He had a
Bro,
fucking
that shit don't even look right.
Like, we could literally talk about Mandela effects all night. I feel like we had a great discussion. Y'all had some great perspectives. I definitely enjoyed this interview. So, where can they follow y'all at?
So on Instagram, you guys can follow me at Artik the Jeweler. It's ARTIK_the_jeweler.
Yeah, and you can follow me at CEO J Martin. If you can't spell Martin, then you shouldn't follow me.
I appreciate y'all coming. We'll see y'all in the next video.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah. Perfect.
You still fucked up.
It's time to let it flow. It's time to let it flow. Yeah, it's time to let it flow.